Hello guys, good morning. Today is the 6th of May 2022. You are all welcome to Catfish Solution Academy. In here we give you in-depth information about catfish farming. Today I'm taking some healthy, fast-growing, pure clearance seedlings to Abule Egba. This supply is like we make this supply about 2 times, and so this is the second time we are making this great supply to one of our great clients here, which we also pray for the farm to grow as expected. So today is the 6th of May 2022, and as you know what we do here, we do give you visuals of our day-to-day performances. This can tell you what we do, and this can simply guide you on 1 or 2 problems or challenges you are having in your farm. So that is why we normally do give you some of this great information so that you can be well prepared for success that you needed in your farm. So today, as you are watching from the screen, I'll be talking about what we call the best practice in farm setup. I made a video prior to this which I talked about the best practice in fish raising, and I told you that best practice is quite divided into 3 to 4 categories, which has to be taken care whenever you wanted to start up a farm. So I'll be using this video to give you those selected best practice that you must understand and you must make sure that you follow in order to be successful in this great and lucrative business which we call fish farming business in Africa. So as I promised you, I'll be taking you through just 5 best practices that you must do if you really want to set up a farm. So today I'll be talking about the number 1. The number 1 I'll be talking about is your pond culture. That means your culturing pond. What kind of pond do you really want to do, and what ponds are you interested in? Have you consulted people that will help you, will guide you through this kind of a system of the pond you can do based on the structure of the land you have? So it is important for you to really know the kind of ponding system you really want to go to. This is one of the best practice that can help you. For example, if you are in a slopy area or you are in a swampy area, and it is hygiene and it is advisable for you to go for an earthen pond. And if you are in a surface area that water do not come from the floor, that means it will be advisable for you to go either on a concrete pond or a tarpaulin pond. Those are the best practice. I've visited a lot of places and I discover that they have their farms in the swampy area and they are still running a surface pond. This is not advisable for any farmer. If you are in a dry land and I visited the farm too, that the farm is in a dry land, and the farmer started digging an earthen pond. By the end of the day, they started putting water into the ponds, but the ponds did not get filled because the water is just going down. So these are some of the disadvantages that you may set up without you going into this best practice, so that to know and to understand the easy way, we call it shortcut, that can make you successful in this great business. So if you are in that area, go for this kind of a pond. If you are in a surface sprayed area, go for either the plastic, go for the tarpaulin, and you can go for the concrete pond. And if you are in a place that is swampy, that means water do revolves from the floor, you can either go for the earthen pond, the full earthen pond, and the semi-earthen pond. And if you are in a dry land and you prefer that is what you want, and you want an earthen pond system, you go for the semi-earthen pond, which one you can concrete the floor or you can line the floor. So these are some of the best practice in setting up a successful catfish business. And today I'll be talking again about the kind of species of fishes that you really want to rear. Species of fishes means different type of catfish that you really want to rear depending on your location. Guiding rules, your locations do guides you on the type of species of fishes you want to do, most especially if you are in the eastern or the western part of the country. Presently here in Nigeria, you can conveniently go for what we call the claras. The pure claras is very, very good. They grow at the same speed as the hybrid too as well. So, but if you think that your capacity is to run more than 6 months, maybe 1 year, 2 years, you can conveniently go for what we call the Etroblancus or the Etroblancus, or what we call the hybrid. The hybrid are what we call the Etroclaras. So you can as well go for it. So make sure that you ask from people, experts, to guide you to take you through the different type of the system we have that can help you. So another thing we have to do is the selection of your pond. You need to select your pond. Selection of ponds means what kind of pond that will be ideal for you for the marketing, so that because what you are doing is for your marketing, the kind of pond that will be easier for access for harvesting in that your location is what you do. So the number 4 I will be talking about is the pond layout. The pond layout means if you are running an earthen pond, you must understand what we call your diking, your netting, your bagging. All these has to be involved to make sure that you have a perfect pond layout. And if you are running a concrete pond, make sure that your concrete is the pond is well concrete, so that it can have a very long lifespan. I see a lot of farms that do a inferior type of design, so by the end of the day it fell off after one harvest. It happens to most fishes, most places that we supply fish to. So sometimes we need to collapse it back and give them the ideology and give them what they can do that can make their business run fast. Please, I will tell you, any business you want to do and you are doing a pond that does not have a lifespan of nothing less than 5 years, you are still on the wrong ride. So all these are the best practice I would advise you have if you really want to be successful in catfish farming. So the last but not the least I'll be talking about is your pond design. So the pond design do determine on the topographic area that you have. Topographic area, it simply means the designs, some have the ovary and some have the square shape. All these, get an expert and will take you through. And if you're having any problem on this, make sure that you contact us. I will take you through those great ride you are looking for. So thank you so much and God bless you all.